I never thought we had to have this conversation, but you can be mixed and have 4C hair. Let's get started. I think many people confuse phenotype with what your race is, meaning they think that mixed race means you come out looking like a stereotype of what they have in their hair and have in their head, meaning you being a light skin, you having loose curls, quote unquote easy hair, good hair, and then you have either quote unquote color eyes, things like that. I think people forget that you could be mixed race and be dark skinned. You could be white passing. You could look totally black passing, 4C hair and all, Jackson nose and everything, and people will still question your mixed race. Let's get started. Well, we already got started, but let's get with it. So I remember while watching some videos on TikTok, I couldn't download it, and some of them already deleted because of how many people in the comment section had told them off, thank God. But I remember how I was watching some videos, and I remember how this guy was questioning this other guy's blackness because he had 4C hair. And he's like, are you supposed to have like loose hair? I'm letting you know right now, you can have 4C. I mean, I don't know why when I'm saying you can have. I mean, like, no, I think I'm questioning my English. I'm so sorry. Anyways, 4C hair does not take away the fact that you're mixed. Okay? And it's not a bad thing if you have 4C hair in your mix. Okay? That's one of the things that confuses me when I see these videos. And also too, when I saw a video of this mixed girl, she looked white passing, like front of face on, she was white passing. And I saw her on TikTok. I couldn't find the video, so I'm so sorry I couldn't find some of these videos, but there is on TikTok where she was wearing a bonnet, and I remember she said, okay, let me unbox what's underneath my bonnet, and many black people was getting upset because they're like, what do you mean unbox? That's why you white people can't not wear bonnets. And she had 4C hair, and it was like, oh, okay, you're part of us. First of all, why are you over here about to argue with this girl? Anyways, that's a whole different video itself. But I remember people still questioning her, like, oh my gosh, how you got that hair if you're white passing? Aren't you white? Like, again, your phenotype does not take away from who you are. And by the way, if you do have 4C hair in your mix, or you're like black passing your mix, or any of that, just know, don't let ignorant people who cannot comprehend the fact that you could have one thing and be another take away from who you want to identify. Because only you know right now, it's really hard out here, especially when I post about it on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. Because either they will argue with you, they fetishize you, or they will always be like, oh, by the end of the day, you're black. You're black. Oh, by the way, that's what I also want to talk about too. Is that with mixed people who do have 4C hair, one thing I noticed is that, especially if you're like black passing, or you're like tan bronze color, if that makes sense, like a deep caramel, if that makes sense, color or whatever, they would try to say oh, well, you're just black, but you're just black, and you're just black. They try to take away from you being mixed just because you don't fit the check boxes in their head. And I'm going to make some more videos about this, because one thing that makes me angry is that I did not know there's so many ignorant people who did not know about this. So I even had some go as far as to even tell people that they quote unquote hate their blackness if they stand up and talk about it. By the way, if you hear some noise in the background, I'm so sorry. There's some things getting fixing in my house. But yeah. And also another thing is that with that being said, I want to go along with like noses. Like if you have like Afrocentric features and your mix, they would try to say that as well, like how they try to be like do the one drop rule with you with Featurism as well, when they try to be like, oh well, you're still black even and you're like mixed, but you just happen to have like a Afrocentric nose, you know. Those things are frustrating. And all I gotta say is this, because it's not gonna really be a long video, but to kind of sum it up to you is that you can be mixed and have 4C hair. You do not have to be loose hair textured to have 4C hair. Wait, that didn't make sense. Sorry. You don't have to be mixed and have loose hair texture. Wait, sorry. I think, oh my god. You can be mixed and have 4C hair. You don't have to fit the stereotype. And I will make a video about how you can have features as Afrocentric and people will still kind of call you light skinned just because you have Afrocentric features. Because people usually confuse Featurism with colorism. Anyways, tell me, has anyone denied your other race because you have 4C hair? Has anyone ever questioned you about it? Has anyone tried to gaslight you that you're being crazy because you decide to still say you're mixed even though they think you're not mixed with your 4C hair? Let me know. Comment down below. Please and subscribe to follow up for some more. Bye, Barbies.